Now, there is another fantastical concept that I would like to introduce you, and I'll just throw it out there. The appearance of the reality, the reason I'm looking into it, because I can explain the concept, but I don't want to miss the words. Great people have said it, I want to respect them. I don't like remembering things which I can write it. The appearance of the reality of the universe depends on the strength of will. See, the concept here is like this. You have seen a magician's show, right? Nowadays there are a lot of street magicians, and there are many good magic we get fooled for some time, right? Down the road maybe we can realize some of it we cannot realize. Bigger the magician, more powerful the magician, his illusion lasts longer and fools a larger number of people, right? So imagine someone with an extremely powerful willpower, and in his imagination is the world we have created. And that person we call Brahma. And he has other names also. Brahma is not Brahma. There is a difference. He is a person with such a powerful will that he could create the world. And because his will is so powerful, you see,
when you are saying Brahma is a person, that means you are attributing Brahma.
Yes. Brahma is in a way is a Jivatma. But on a much higher scale. Not Brahma. There's a difference. There's a stark difference. Now you see, there are examples of it in real life. Look at people who in a single generation created a humongous empire out of nothing. Dhirubhai Ambani comes to mind. Bill Gates comes to mind. These people, when they started, there was nothing. They didn't start on a big fortune. And then out of their imagination, out of their vision, they created a big empire which employs hundreds of thousands of people, right? They have created some kind of reality. See, it's the power of the vision. We all attribute things to chance because we try to look at an escape route, right? We don't want to. But the truth is, anyone with such a strong vision, over time, they succeed. Chance sometimes goes in favor of you, sometimes goes against you. And there are way too many examples. You can't just attribute all of them to chance. If you actually talk to these people, you will find out that they have a different personality than the people who failed. They have a much powerful personality. You may like them, you may dislike them, you may hate them, but they have something which makes them succeed. And that is the vision. They have seen something which others couldn't, right? However they may have achieved it. Some of them achieved in an honest way, some of them achieved in not so honest way. But that vision was ultimately achieved in the end. Now imagine someone with a millionfold of that kind of vision and more. And that imagination. Now see, lot of people who work in these big companies say, oh, I believe in Cognizant's vision. I believe in TCS vision. I mean, these people are led by one who was at the top or who is at the top. And that percolates down the chain. Right? So we have then become a collective vision. We try to support that kind of vision. So a strong will always leads people of weaker will. And the same thing is seen in the military, in today, in the past. There is always a chain of command. The good commander can do miracles opposed to a bad commander. I mean, that has been seen through ages, right? This is not something new. So yes, the willpower has a actual effect that we have seen. And there are numerous instances where lot of very surprising thing happens. And I'll take down the presentation. I'm sure some of them will be clear. So now after this discussion, we'll talk something relatively light-hearted. So in my study with different segments of Vedanta, especially some of the very ancient and very well-respected treatises of Advaita Vedanta, I have found repeated reference of multiple universes or multiverses, right? So specifically here I'll talk about two books. I will talk about Tripura Rahasya, which is my favorite, and the other is Yog Vasisht. And I'll give a brief background of what these books are. See, everyone, all of us must have heard of Ramayana, and I'm sure some of you have read that. What we don't realize is the Ramayana that you have read is the Ramayana that is for the common people, and that doesn't give you a fraction of the character of who Ram is. Why we call Ram Purushottam, we won't even realize unless you read Yog Vasisht Ramayana. Yog Vasisht Ramayana consists of the few small years in the teenage of Ram when he was taught by his guru Vasishtha Muni. And he was an excellent student. He used to read, he used to learn from the guru during the day. During the night, he used to contemplate on it. And there you can find the character of Ram, the power of the concept of Ram, why he is such a revered person in our culture. Yog Vasishtha Ramayana is just few short years, but the size of the book is bigger than Ramayana. That's interesting. And that is replete with stories of multiple universes. And so is Tripura Rahasya. I will just touch upon 2-3 very interesting stories. Please investigate, please read through them. They are widely available, downloadable on the net. Tripura Rahasya, you can download the PDF. But because, someone is selling it, I didn't give the actual link, but search you can find it. Yog Vasishtha Ramayana, I have given the actual link, I believe. These are all available on the net.
The present